Hi guys, welcome to my channel. How y'all doing today? So here today on Abby the Witch, we are going to be discussing the first week of the Witch's Black Lent. The first week of the Witch's Black Lent is all about researching all the sins, researching Dante's Inferno even, and getting to know the specific sin that you will be working with. And this year, for Witch's Black Lent 2025, I will be working with the sin of pride. I really need some more pride in my life. I kind of went a little bit more into depth as to why I picked that sin in the live stream that we just had last week on Black Wednesday. It's here. It's also on Jasmyne Ambrosia's channel too, the live stream. You can go back and watch it. It was a great live. We really discussed what the Witch's Black Lent means to us personally and why we will be working with the sin that we are working with. So, I really spent this week not only getting to know my sin, pride, that I'm working with, but also researching Dante's Inferno. Honestly, I really didn't know much. I'm going to be perfectly honest. I'm going to be real with y'all. The past 2 years that I've been doing this, I never did. I never researched it. I just didn't. I don't know. I just focused on the sin that I was working with, and yeah. So anyway, this year I wanted to get to know Dante's Inferno a little bit. It's very long. It's an epic poem. It's part of the Divine Comedy. The Divine Comedy is like a trilogy, basically. It's a series. It's a 3-part. I think the whole thing is considered an epic poem. But the Inferno is the first part of the Divine Comedy. And that's kind of the part that we focus on with the 9 circles of hell. So yeah, if you are not familiar with Dante's Inferno, I am going to actually link down below a really short animated video that I found on YouTube. That's a video of that poem, of that part of that poem. And it really helped me understand it. It's very long and it's hard to read. I'm trying to listen to it on audio right now. It's hard because it was made in, it was written in the 14th century, I think. Very old English. I don't even know if it was originally written in English. I don't know. Because he was Italian. Dante is Italian. He's a staunch Catholic. Was a staunch Catholic. Anyway, so I'll link that down below. I will also link Jasmyne Ambrosia's video down below. She just recently posted a video about basically going in depth on Dante's Inferno and the 9 circles of hell. So I will link that video down below too. I found that video to be very helpful as well. So basically there are 9 circles. In Dante's Inferno, there are 9 circles to hell. It's kind of tricky to know where I would technically be as a sinner, as a prideful sinner, right? But anyway, this is about Dante's Inferno. I'll just say that I've been learning about it more. There are certain things I really like about it. There are certain things that I'm like, this is super cringe. Dante, just like most old school male poets, was very pompous, very full of himself, spoke very highly of himself. That was reflected in the poem. I honestly cannot stand most old school male writers. If I'm being for real, most of them were, I mean, like I said, Dante was like from the Middle Ages, so this was a long time ago, but he was still very full of himself, and yeah. Anyway, so I don't really like, I like that we're taking inspiration from Dante's Inferno, not because it's honoring him, but because it's kind of like we're witches, so we're subverting it, and we're like, I don't know, like I kind of like it. Like I think it kind of like, I think it's insulting to him, and I love that. So anyway, so I will get into what I have learned about specifically pride so far, just like researching it, sitting with it. Honestly, I've mostly have just been like sitting with it, right? This year, I'm getting tons of clairaudient messages from infernal spirits, from infernals that I work with. And I kind of wanted to read some of them, just to tell you like some things that I've learned about working with pride, and how I can utilize pride in my life and how I can have more pride in myself. So the first message I got was, why do you do that to yourself? And that was in response to me going, Abby, no. Like, you can't think too highly of yourself. No. You can't think that you're that great at that. No. That person doesn't love you. That person just... Enough. That infernal had enough of hearing that shit and was like, why are you doing that to yourself? Why are you doing that to yourself? I have this, what I have already discovered this past week, is I have this intense case of imposter syndrome when it comes to well, I'll get more into that, but I'll just say I have imposter syndrome when it comes to my ability to have empathy with others and love for others, and celebrating others. Like, I feel like if I celebrate myself and I amp myself up and I feel like if I'm really good at something or whatever, that like, that's me not being empathetic towards others, which is obviously ridiculous, but this is just what I'm going through. So I'm just being real with you guys. This infernal was like, why are you doing that to yourself? Like, stop. My next message I got was, you could never be that person. And that was in response to me thinking that if I do amp myself up, if I do celebrate myself, if I do have pride in myself, that I'm this horrible, awful narcissist. Again, obviously not true, but like, it's this little voice in my head, okay? So this infernal is telling me, you could never be that person. You could never be that person that wants unjustified power over someone else or thinks that you're just better than everyone else, right? You can still have pride and have empathy. You can still celebrate yourself and celebrate others. You're capable of that. So I'm looking down at my notes, but I'm thinking that this is all like societal taught too. Like, I really took that in as a young person, right? Especially as a woman, being taught like, oh, don't think too highly of yourself. Don't think too highly of yourself. You're not that beautiful. You're not that smart. You're not that funny. People don't love you that much. I am. They do. So what? I can think that about myself, and I can still think that about others too. Anyway, so I could never be that nasty, sociopathic narcissist that infernal was like, you are not that. You could never be that. Have pride in yourself. It's okay. Also, pride is not always just for yourself. Like, I constantly think of like pride as like, especially as a young person, right? It's like, I would constantly think of pride as like, oh, it's just about me. It's all about me. It's a bad thing because I'm making it about me. That's not always the case. I can have pride in other things too. I can have pride in my husband. I can have pride in my friends for the accomplishments they've done, right? It's still stemming from me. I'm feeling that for them, but it's for them, you know? And even so, it's okay that I feel that in myself. It's okay. Another message I got is, there's nothing wrong with feeling vain about your appearance. You know, caring about your appearance and celebrating it, there's nothing wrong with it. And I think, again, especially as women, we're taught to not be too vain about that. You know, I was always taught too that like real beautiful women don't know that they're beautiful. Boys used to tell me that all the fucking time. Ugh, disgusting, right? No, I can know that I'm beautiful. I am beautiful. I can celebrate it. I find myself, I don't know if you guys have this, but I have like a Google album on my phone, and memories will pop up from like years ago, right? And I'll get all these selfies pop up. I'm like, oh God, why was I taking so many selfies? You know? Two things from that. One, I'm proud of myself in a way. For some of those selfies, I'm proud of myself for celebrating my beauty, right? I should be more proud of myself. I shouldn't be cringing at it. I should be proud of myself. I say some of them because I feel like I took so many selfies back then because this is gonna sound really fucked up and I'm getting really vulnerable, but as a younger person, I attached my value as a human being to my appearance. So the more beautiful I could appear, the more beautiful I could show myself to the world, the more I felt like I had value as a human being, which is really fucked up. I mean, society teaches us that, but it's obviously not fucking true. Like, I have value as a human being no matter what I fucking look like. So, and I think that's part of why I cringe at it too. I'm just like, oh, Abby, like, why didn't you love yourself more, you know? But I should still have pride because I've come a long way since then, right? I don't feel like I have to take all these selfies and look beautiful, like, and by beautiful, I mean look like conventionally beautiful, trying to match the beauty standard, right? I've come a long way. I don't feel like I have to meet that beauty standard anymore to for one, to be beautiful. I don't have to match the beauty standard. I don't have to have men approve of my appearance or anything like that to be beautiful. I don't. But I used to think all those things. Yeah, I used to think all those things. And I'm rambling a lot. I'm sorry. But I think that's mainly why I would look at those selfies and ugh, with cringe, right? Because I wish I just had loved myself more. But I need to look at them more with pride and love and empathy, right? Like that, I wish I could go back in time and hold her and tell her, you don't have to look a certain way. You don't have to put all this effort into your appearance to feel like you have value, to be beautiful or anything like that. I hope that makes sense. It doesn't have to make sense to anyone else, like, whatever. Oh, I also, sometimes I go back on YouTube and watch past videos of myself, or I'll even watch videos I currently uploaded, like I'll rewatch them. And I used to like tease myself, or sometimes even my husband will tease me and be like, why are you watching yourself? And I'm like, I get a little embarrassed. But now I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. Maybe I do like to watch myself. Maybe I do have fucking pride in myself and I want to watch myself and I want to hear myself fucking talk. So what? I have pride in myself and I have pride in my videos. I have pride in this digital grimoire that I've made on the internet, on YouTube. I deserve to watch them and go, fuck yeah, girl, amp yourself up. Yeah. So yeah. Okay, sorry, I had to scratch my back. That's all I really have to say, you guys. That's week 1. Like I said, I've just been sitting with my sin, researching Dante's Inferno more. I do have, I think my husband is grabbing it now from the mailbox. I ordered an oracle deck, Dante's Inferno oracle deck. Jasmyne Ambrosia recommended it. I had to get it. I was going to show you guys, but it's okay. I'll leave a link to that down below too if you're interested in looking at it. Anyway, guys, that's it. Thank you for putting up with my rambling. I hope you enjoyed week 1. Let me know what sin you're reading with. If you're participating in the Witch's Black Lent, I would love to know. And until next time, guys, I hope you stay well, and don't forget to follow the snake. Bye.